Hey man, I'm
Hi.
a huge fan of Heroes of Steel.
Cool.
Really. It was my favorite game from last year, not lying.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And I was really surprised because you guys announced two heroes actually here at BlizzCon.
Yep.
Could you tell me who's your favorite one and why?
Of just the new ones?
Yeah, of just the two new
All right.
ones.
For me, it would probably be Ragnaros. Ragnaros.
here.
Yeah. We've wanted to bring in like a boss kind of a hero for a really long time, and there were a lot of challenges around it because this is a game full with, it's 5 heroes versus 5 heroes.
Yeah.
They're all about the same size. There's a lot of complexity to bringing in somebody who's really huge, but
Yeah.
we knew we wanted that fantasy. We knew we wanted Ragnaros in particular. Like
Yeah.
as a raid boss for us, it was like a go-to guy. We really wanted him. And we spent a lot of time trying to figure out how do we capture like that fantasy of becoming the raid boss and being this big guy in a game like Heroes of the Storm without breaking everything.
Yeah.
And we went around and around a lot, and we tried a lot of different things. And where we landed is he's actually goes around most of the time as a normal size hero.
Yeah.
And he's an assassin, and he kicks a lot of butt. He does a lot of damage. But then you can use his trait, Molten Core, to take over a fort and become huge. And then you're in raid boss mode. So I think we struck a really good balance of being able to be the gigantic raid boss when the time is right, but you're not doing that all the time. So you get these moments that are really epic for you. It's really intimidating as an opponent when suddenly giant Ragnaros pops out there and it starts kicking your butt.
Yeah. All right, great. But there's also another new hero, Varian. He's the new hero without a class, right?
Yeah, well, so we're calling him a multi-class hero.
Yeah.
So we've had our talent system in the game since the beginning, and that was kind of our answer to the item shop that's usually in this genre of games. So our talent system basically gives each hero their own unique talent tree.
Yeah.
And the whole idea of it for us is to give players choices. So as you're leveling up, you're getting meaningful choices that kind of change the way your hero plays, gives you more strengths in certain areas. But the multi-class approach was about pushing the talent system to its limits. Like you're actually getting choices at levels 4 and level 10 that really dramatically change the way he plays to the point that he's shifting from being like a warrior to being an assassin. So you get to make those choices based on what you need to do for your game. And totally changes the way he plays. So we like that because as a player, you get to make cool choices.
Yeah.
But also, it's going to mix up the way drafting works in our game, because you're going to have to, when someone gets Varian in a draft, you don't know what he's going to be. You don't know if they're going to go to be an assassin or a warrior.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of build around that and adapt to it. And Heroes is all about adapting and like kind of rolling with the punches and making the most of it.
Yeah. And there's also another new feature, which is an asymmetrical map.
Yes. So we introduced Heroes Brawl just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of, we took a lot of notes from the Tavern Brawl in Hearthstone and the
great.
Brawl in Overwatch. We really liked that they were able to experiment with really cool game modes in there.
Yeah.
So last year we showed arenas at BlizzCon. We took those, we took our single lane battlegrounds, we started doing rule mutations where we'll take our normal maps and change a bunch of things around on them to make a fun experience. And that gives us a place that we get to experiment with new stuff. So we wanted to do an asymmetrical map for a long time where it wasn't the same on both sides, different win conditions. Blackheart's Revenge is our first one where we get to try it out.
Yeah.
So in that one, there's one core. You're either defending it or trying to blow it up, or you're helping Blackheart blow it up actually. So he's sailing in his ship trying to bombard the core, but. It's a really different experience, and it's something that's really fun. We can only do it in Brawl.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. We may make more of them later on. If the response is good, we could think about trying to bring that kind of map into our normal battleground pool. But for right now, Brawl is a perfect place to play around with that.
So I've been playing Heroes of the Storm for about, I think, half a year maybe, and it died down a little bit, unfortunately, because the team I was playing with, actually, I was very busy. I'm a game developer myself as well, so I was crazy busy, and then my team, which are also all game developers, they kind of had to go on without me, so my spots in the team were filled. Tried to go back at it, but too many times they were busy. Do you see those kind of problems with a MOBA like Heroes of the Storm, that players actually get out for a while and then you have to lure them back in somehow?
I don't know, I think that's a problem with all games. Like a lot of us are very transient with games where we'll play something and then we go play the next game. I think what's really cool about Heroes is we're delivering content, features, patches all the time.
It hasn't been the same for a week.
Yeah, there's always new stuff. So what that means, I think as a player, we're all going to go away for various points of time, right?
Yeah.
Maybe for a long time, maybe for just a little while, but when you come back, there's cool new stuff to check out in Heroes all the time. And so I think that's a really strong draw, and I think that keeps me as someone who plays every day, I'm engaged just doing that. But for everyone who goes away, they need to come back because it's always getting better.
But I noticed, I want to give you an excuse to talk about the amazing skin that players can be getting from Genji.
Oh, yeah.
From Overwatch.
Yeah.
Because you're giving rewards across various games for playing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you guys will continue this trend, or is it just an experiment and you don't know what's going to happen next?
Like historically, we've tried to give different rewards across games. Sometimes those were tied to like if you owned a certain game, you would get rewards in other games. Sometimes they were in our collector's edition. We like these things where there's some actions that you do. We've done this with Diablo 3.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like an achievement, and so if you play Diablo 3, you can unlock stuff in Heroes. Same thing goes with World of Warcraft. So now that Overwatch is out, we were really excited to do this, and they were super kind to make this awesome skin and to let it be something that we could give away for playing Heroes. So if anyone just plays 15 games in Heroes with a friend from their friends list, they're going to unlock that skin and spray. And the player icon in Overwatch, which is awesome. But they also get tons of free stuff in Heroes too. So we're going to give them 5 free heroes. There's a custom mount that they can get in Heroes of the Storm, and then a 30-day stim pack. And this is all just for playing games with your friends.
That's great. Yeah, I was wondering because you've been talking on stage as well about the new heroes, and I can sense your passion as well. Also for the Lost Vikings, I really felt that maybe there was kind of a personal passion almost, that you were like, oh man, I love the Lost Vikings, I gotta be in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
What are the major reasons for introducing a new hero? Is it personal passion of the development team, or the question of players, or?
It's all of the above. Like
all of the above.
Yeah, I think there's been different motivations and inspirations along the way for every hero. Sometimes we're looking at what the current choices are in the game, and again, it's a game that's all about choice. We're trying to give players options, and it's everything from aesthetics to lore and fantasy and gameplay style. Like, we just want to give them something that they can like, right? So we're always trying to create new opportunities. So we'll look at the game and we'll say, what's missing? What type of experience do we not have right now?
Yeah.
What can we do to complement what we already have, or what can we do to counter things that we already have? So we make those types of choices. There are other times where it's things like the Lost Vikings in particular. We came to BlizzCon with Heroes over many years, and we got a lot of feedback. And the thing that we kept hearing was like, when are you going to do the Lost Vikings? When are you going to do the Lost Vikings?
Oh, wow.
And especially at BlizzCon, because this is diehard Blizzard fans who have been with us from the very beginning, and they were really clear they want it. So that really inspired us to go back and think, this is cool. Let's make it so there's 3 different heroes that you control independently. That was a really cool thing. But that was born of BlizzCon, just like the game was.
Oh, wow.
And then other times it's really about someone on our team is really passionate about something, and that can light the fire as well to make it. So.
And what's your personal favorite hero?
So my main hero has been Zebo for a really long time. I've always liked him.
Same here.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, even
not kidding.
Before his changes, I still was like, I played Zebo all the time. I've been level
Before
20.
he was really OP.
I've been level 20 with him forever. So I mean, I've played like thousands of games of Zebo at this point. But also Stitches and Kerrigan have been my other kind of go-tos over the years. But I play them all, and I'm stoked about Varian and Rag actually now too. Like getting crazy new heroes in is always really fun. It mixes things up a lot.
So during BlizzCon, the DeepMind experiment was announced, where StarCraft players will teach DeepMind how to be good at the game. You know.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
It becomes a really strong AI. Are there possibilities for Heroes of the Storm like that?
I'm super excited to see what's going to happen with DeepMind and StarCraft.
Yeah.
It's such a cool idea, and they're doing amazing things.
Singularity, man.
Yeah. I mean, StarCraft 2 and Heroes are built off of the same engine and technology.
Okay.
Obviously, the AI and all the learning that they're doing, and from the millions and millions of games, doesn't apply from StarCraft to Heroes, obviously. No. But I'm really excited to see what happens with it, and is there a potential that could happen later? I would love that. I have no idea. I'm not in control of what Google and DeepMind decide to do there.
That's true.
But it's really cool.
Yeah. Is there like a long-term vision for the game, or are you kind of adapting to the feedback you're getting from moment to moment?
I mean, there's the kind of underlying goal of it all, which is to create this really fun experience that we can share to celebrate all these characters and worlds, right? That's the thing that's under everything. We're trying to have fun. And fun to us comes in all different shapes and sizes and forms. And so every day we're trying to introduce new things that give people something that we hope is their idea of fun.
Yeah.
Around that, we're building everything else. And there's a really competitive side to this game. I think we're trying to strengthen that, but at the same time, create a game that anyone can pick up and play. You don't have to be an amazing competitive player to have fun in Heroes of the Storm.
It's more accessible than most MOBAs.
So we have that spectrum, though. Like the Blizzard, easy to learn, difficult to master, is here in spades with Heroes of the Storm. Like like anybody can jump in and play any hero and have a good time. You can go play versus AI, kick their butts, learn how to play your hero. Yeah. And the most talented people in the world can play this game and show like the true potential of everything that we've created. Yeah. And here at BlizzCon, they're doing the World Championships right now. That's our fall championship, and like the play is amazing. Getting to see what people can do with these characters is unreal. Do you have a personal favorite in the pro scene that you're following? I like watching the scene in its entirety. I'm hoping here that we get some good contenders against MVP Black, and we have something out there that's a chance, right? Yeah. Because man, it's such good play out there. I'm really excited. Like I want to see what happens here, and we'll wrap up our World Championships at BlizzCon. But we just announced our circuit for next year, the Heroes Global Championships for next year, and we're putting a lot into it. We're making organized leagues where there's 8 teams in each region. They're getting paid salaries, and we're really building a lot of consistency around the way we're supporting the teams and the players, the way the community can watch it. It's going to be like consistent times every week where you can watch pro plays for Heroes. So cool. I'm really excited about that for next year. Great. All right. Well, that wraps up the interview from my...
How good do I have to get a salary for playing? And how quickly do you think I can get there? If I start tonight.
What do you think?
I think he needs to spend at least a year with a good team.
Right. That's kind of pessimistic. I feel like a month and a half of solid, focused work and Adderall, and I could be there.
Well, who knows?
Why don't you let the professional answer it, dude?
I'm sorry.
He knows you better than I do.
No, he doesn't. We know each other better. I've been more honest and real with you. I've been a cloak of mystery for him.
That's true.
You can make me into a character in Heroes of the Storm.
Sounds good.
So you don't think I'm going to make it to the professional leagues quickly?
I mean, there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Yep, you got to work.
Hope, work,
yep.
Focus,
Go do
dedication, America.